Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Realm Dota 2 League Scrimmage cast. This time we have Doom the Moon and Sawk Puppets. I have casted neither of these teams so far, and we'll see how they do. Best logo this time around goes to Doom the Moon because it doesn't look like it came off the internet, and I'm sure there's some kind of thing around sock puppets, but Doom the Moon is just immediately funner. More funner is what we're gonna say, because screw grammar. And immediately we have these typical bands coming out. We see Doom the Moon avoiding this team fight role and this Weaver band coming out as normal because the hero is so slippery, because he's not exactly a tank, but you think you have it, and then no. And then we have this always exciting Clockwork pick and the ever exciting Bounty Hunter pick coming out. And Crystal Maiden. So we see the Bounty Hunter coming out, and this gives Crystal Maiden some extra speed. Just one of the things I like, because I like to couple them. Because in a team fight, one of Crystal Maiden's most annoying factors is the fact that she has little to no speed. So if you couple the Bounty Hunter with just one track, it goes straight to the roof, and she can just kind of fly around a bit better and cast those ever so amazing spells that change team fights around. But still, as she falls into the late game, she becomes less and less useful, and then the Bounty Hunter as well can get credited to heck. It'll be interesting to see here whether or not this Clockwork will get his hook shots off well, because that as well can instantly change team fights, because you have this huge, massive area of isolation where the other team just can't do much. And now we see another really exciting pick, probably coming towards some kind of tri-lane. Since they do have the Clockwork pick, they're probably looking something around this defensive tri-lane. And maybe Doom to the Moon will go some kind of Juggernaut aggressive tri-lane to contend with that. Again, with Doom to the Moon, we see them banning more team fight oriented heroes like this Puck and Sock Puppets. Again, banning these annoying heroes, especially for Crystal Maiden. I played a match the other day where I literally just got solo killed by a bird, because the amount of damage it does, basically the amount of health she does, is incredible and is really hard to do anything against. And it's almost impossible. And again, we have the too many stuns and the Grave Chill, and another thing that just destroys her with the Soul Assumption nukes that come out after damage is done. And here we see the Life Stealer band coming out for Sock Puppets. Just a really nice carry, especially if they were going with this tri-lane. I always love this defensive tri-lane with the Life Stealer, or the aggressive tri-lane, because of the fact that this Life Stealer usually doesn't run low in health. And here we say, another really high ganking potential hero, whether it is the jungle, which means we would see some kind of Crystal Maiden duel lane, or it's the mid, which means we would still be going with the aggressive tri-lane, and these last two heroes are going to be their hard carry and their support. But I'm thinking it's going to be this middle lane, because you notice they banned out two really good mid heroes, as they did with their OD. So Storm Spirit, just to have Storm Spirit have a bit of an easier time in lane, and then they come out with the Templar Assassin. So both heroes not having that top tier middle lane, but definitely ones, if they have that good time in the middle lane, they will make an enormous impact. Especially Templar Assassin, because she's going to be able to have this presence toward the late game. And here we see Doom to the Moon going this Mirana pick, so we will see where she ends up, and because of that pick, I'm doubting the fact that the Storm Spirit is going the middle lane, He might still go jungle, and we might see this Mirana mid type thing, or we might just put Mirana in the tri lane. I doubt it, but it can always happen. And we see the Enigma coming out. I don't quite understand this so far. They're probably going to pick up possibly some kind of huge AoE attack, but even so, they're going to have so much to couple with this. If this Rubik can steal a Crystal Maiden ult, or anything, and this Rubik right now, I'm laughing at how much they're giving him to steal. Haha. With the arrow. But these days, Rubik, people say he always got so many steals. There's almost no games where he doesn't have a steal, and of some sorts. But this Enigma, we'll see, because this is obviously probably a jungle Enigma. That's mostly the best thing you can do with Enigma these days. So he might go to the jungle. And now these lanes are getting really confusing for both teams, because Enchantress is probably not going to go in the tri lane. That's probably a jungle Enchantress, and possible to see some Harpy Gaming coming out, but we'll see how this turns out. You know, you never know. It could be anything. I'm baffled, to say the least, right now on what this is going to be.
Reserve time.
I'm wondering what this last pick is going to be. It's definitely going to be some kind of hard carry. I'm noticing a lack of carry potential on Doom to the Moon. They're probably going to want to finish this game really fast, but they do have the split with the Static Remnant, or the push with the Static Remnant, the Starstorm, and then Enchantress Creep, along with like Crystal Nova, and they've got the AoE new attack to push, and the Bounty Hunter to get that early gold up to do this. But I'm worried that this anti-mage pick might come out and have no fun with this, and Luna comes out. So this is amazing because the Luna is going to couple with the Enigma, and this massive lunar beam smackdown is going to come upon Doom the Moon if this happens. This game right now looks like it might just depend on Silver to get this Enigma ult off in a really nice place. We're going to jump off, and this is going to be a fun match, because the initiations for Sawk Puppets are going to be crazy. If Doom to the Moon gets a good Crystal Maiden ult off, a good Mirana arrow off, an excellent ganks on Storm Spirit are probably going to happen. It's going to be fun. I'm not sure whether or not Static Remnant will
10 seconds remaining.
Activate if there's a meld, but anything that happens will be amazing. And let's get off to the picks, or the players. We have Manderly on Mirana, Olive Garden Breadstick, always the best, on Bounty Hunter. We have Matt Senpai on Storm Spirit. Crystal Maiden is Monk, and Aliari on the Enchantress. Sorry if I botched any names. Shanana on the Templar Assassin. Silver hiding in the trees on the Enigma. It's my bad. Bearju is on the Rubik. We have Blinding Hack on the Clockwork, and JS Chip on the Luna. So let's look at these lanes here. We have Crystal Maiden rotating towards the top lane, so we're probably going to have potential. This is interesting here. We see the Bounty Hunter already in the jungle with his Master Assassin trails coming out, blocking a camp here. So no pull through. This is incredible. He's already blocked 2 camps. I'm not sure whether or not Rubik saw him, but 3 camps now blocked, all by him. This is incredible. So great map dominance is already in place. And wow. 4 wards right in this area, and we see nothing even, well, it's ugly, nothing on the dire side in that. And we see this haste string coming out, no one even near it, and this is going to be a nasty surprise for this Enigma and everybody if they can't get the D wards out. And if I look right now, as I pull up the last It's Nice chart, do we have any sentry wards? There are no sentry wards out on the Dire team or the Radiant side, so all 4 camps are going to be blocked. So Enigma is going to have to do one camp the entire game, unless he does something really dairy and he just goes and he does this, which is going to be hard because this Enchanter is already occupying it. And if we look at the lanes here, Crystal Maiden is going to be kind of roaming around, probably just pulling this as this Mirana farms with the Clockwork. So we have the Clockwork off lane, and then we have the dual lane and the Rubik and the Luna against this Bounty Hunter. And I don't quite understand the dual lane there, but it's solid nonetheless, and this Bounty Hunter will obviously be an annoyance. And in the middle lane, we're going to have an intense battle between this Templar Assassin and this Storm Spirit. So we'll see how that matches up. We'll see the item builds of the Storm Spirit, whether you're just going to get this Orchid to screw over this Enigma, who is, poor thing right now, is just having an awful time roaming this jungle, wondering where the camps are. He's pausing the game. He probably thinks he's lagging. He literally thinks he's lagging. Possibly he's actually lagging, but he might think he's lagging because of that, and that would be amazing. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4. It's amazing. Okay, so Just Chip was actually winning. And nobody wants to go. And we see the Clockwork. This is amazing. 1:25 is already at 8 last hits. And he's already contesting this pull, getting the XP off of this pull, even on that creep. It's gonna be incredible what this Clockwork does. He already almost has level 3. And wow, I don't know why I pulled that up because it's useless right now. So this mid battle, we're gonna see who gets the bottle first. Okay, the Templar Assassin with the amazing items did win the race to the bottle, so she's gonna have this early advantage with her rare mask. This Enchantress, we'll see whether or not she finds this Harpy, and she's doing the most she can with this Hellbear, and now she has this Centaur too. She's not gonna do any kind of rotations toward the middle lane and try and take down this Templar Assassin. It would be hard, but you never know. I'm expecting. Oh, and as I say that, she looks like she might go down here. Interesting build on the CM here. She is going no levels of Frostbite. She's probably thinking that if she's going to be able to do anything, it's not going to be off of that Frostbite. It's going to be more off this ability to get these creeps done faster with her pull. And we see Enigma being pulled on here. He must have tried to go towards this top lane. We see 1 level of Electric Vortex, and he uses it. They have a Centaur Stomp ready, and that will be first blood for Doom to the Moon. And we see possible return kill here. The Centaur is coming up, and he's not going to get it. And now Shinana is in trouble. Will she be able to get away? No Centaur Stomp. The Centaur is out of mana, and Crystal Maiden coming in here, but it's just way behind, and not going to be enough. And we do see here picking up this level of Frostbite. So possible miss skill, but probably not. She's probably just looking to do the pull better with that, because as I did see her come to lane, she did not have any leveled up. So yeah, we see the Doom to the Moon getting the first blood. Well played by the Storm Spirit. We see, wow, that is a beautiful courier with 267 games watched. We see him getting this another early advantage because she got the battle first, but now she does not have her boots. We're gonna see this Enigma possibly run and get this ward. They both can see it. So question is, who will go get it first? Who will think that they will lose the less XP first? And we see Shinana going in on, or we see Senpai going in on Shinana, and he's gonna try and chase her for this rune. Will she get it in time? He doesn't have his Vortex up for another 12 seconds. Looks like she's gonna get in time, but will it be any use to her? As she's gonna be able to try and tank him up. She does get a crit because of the invis. He uses that to slow her down. Will it be enough? He goes back in. Why did he go back into that? He's gonna go down. He just didn't have enough health, and he might have thought the electric vortex did enough because he thought he went through the shield, but it just was not enough. He went down. Templar Assassin now picking up this level 6. She's going to be able to slow and get these runes a bit better. And we see the Storm Spirit is still stuck at level 5. So now we have 2 kills in this middle lane. And yeah, she's already getting those those down. And we see Harass with the lunar beams. Lucent beams, my bad. Coming out on the Bounty Hunter. But he just halves it up. It's all good for him. And interesting to see this Enchantress. She's getting up this urn. So, and with this troll, she has really good push right now. She's going to be able to get her levels up fast and get this ever so annoying Impetus up. And we see Clockwork trying to get this kill before he dies. He won't be able to get it in time. I'm sorry. I did not cover that in time. Missing action once again. And every form of harass is coming out on the Bounty Hunter right now to keep him from getting this farm. Despite this, he has 10 last hits. And this Clockwork has 21, but that has come at the cost of a death. So, Storm Spirit pausing again here. We'll see what's going on. Breadstick. His Dota crashed, Dota froze, and now we see Mirana disconnecting. A lot of technical difficulties here in the early game. Hopefully we'll get that sorted out before everything falls apart. So we look at the XP graph early. It's around 700, so no big deal. Honestly, and the gold graph, which doesn't mean right now, is pretty much even. We see Monk getting out these more orbs of rewards. We'll see where she places them, whether she chooses to go aggressive, but this Enigma impressively building this mech, so on top of having that enormous black hole advantage, instead of going straight for this blink dagger rush, is what is the typical Enigma build. Excuse me. Which is the typical Enigma build. He's going to go with this mech, and he's going to use the demonic conversions, possibly, to get that push out, and if he needs to, use the black hole. I doubt he will get the black hole. He won't, like, wait to get the black hole, but he will not put a priority on... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry. We'll see what build this Luna goes. It's really too early to tell anything about it, but possible Midas coming out. She is saving up 185 or 1,857 gold, which is enough to get the Midas. I think it should be. No, 50 gold away. So that would probably be what he's saving up for, unless he just doesn't feel like he needs the power treads right away. So he just sat and farmed, didn't miss any last hits, and right now he's doing really good. He's at 27 and 6, causing this Bounty Hunter to lose some of his farm. But the Bounty Hunter gonna get a lot of CS right here, and he's gonna pick up his phase boots fairly soon. It's gonna be a sub 10 phase boots. Check on the Storm Spirit's farm, pretty even since last time we checked it. Looking like Templar Assassin might be headed towards some kind of gank on the bottom lane. I don't know what she's gonna do, unless this Rubik buys some sort of detection. Based on what I know, there isn't any right now for them on this Bounty Hunter. All that's on the courier is that Mirana. She did pick up her boots, so she will not be going the Midas build, it looks like, today. And we see the Enchantress. We'll watch this. The push coming out on this bottom lane already. They killed the Clockwork, and now they're just going to go to town on this tower with the Skeleton Warriors doing 48 damage combined with this other. And now we see this Crystal Nova getting paid off with early push. They probably just wanted to take down this lane as fast as possible and move on. And let's look at this for a bit. And we do see the Bounty Hunter is tracking up this, and that happens. And basically that's what's going to happen. If the Bounty Hunter tries to solo gank her when she's not around creeps, she's going to pop her ult, and if he doesn't time his invis right, which is an integral part of playing Bounty Hunter, he's going to be in trouble. And he's just going to get beamed to death, because that's around 1,000 damage if you do it onto one target. And we do see the Mirana ult being used here. We're seeing a Storm Spirit gank, but little does we know, the Templar Assassin is right here. They're chasing around this Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter might be a bit of in trouble. And they use the ult. They pop it off. They do get the Sentry Ward here finally. And will he get away? That is the question. They do not have the Lucent Beam ult. They do have the Enigma popping in. 4 heroes rotating the bottom lane. Will this give a chance for the top lane to keep pushing? Looks like they're not going to be able to take it. They do see the Enchantress here. Both wards dying here, though. And the Enchantress will get away. She tried to react in time, but it was way too late. No Urn charges up on her yet, and she is 22 experience away from her ult. So now we're seeing 2-2 on the scoreboard. We're gonna be able to start seeing what is gonna come out here. And where is this Enigma's? Okay, here it is. So we have the Buckler and the Headdress coming out on him. He's farming extremely fast, like an Enigma should be. And he will have this mech up pretty soon. So maybe he's gonna go mech. Maybe he thought, well, these wards are gonna run out. I can just go mech. And the sentry wards that were put down were not followed up upon. So they did go with the 4 sentry wards early on to totally stop his farm for about 2 minutes. But there's only so much that can do, because in the 6 minutes that he's had to farm since, he's almost farmed up an entire mech. Granted, he has no boots or anything, but still. And we see the Enchantress rotating in with the Storm Spirit. Will they find out? They go for different targets. A big miscommunication here. Will this pay off? We see the Enchantress going to town on this Rubik, but nothing comes out of it. And we see the Enchantress. She's going to be held up, and she goes down. So we see big miscommunication on Doom the Moon. And while that was happening, they did get a kill on the Clockwork. So that was a one. I'm missing something here because obviously someone else died there. We see Luna kills Enchantress. Enchantress kills Luna. Huh?
Radiant's top tower is
And Bounty Hunter. Okay, so that was possibly a track kill. So we're gonna see the gold skyrocketing there. Sorry for the confusion. See Enigma waiting for his team to be back up, and he's just gonna go to town again. We'll see how fast he gets this mech up. He has the Buckler and the Headdress, so he's about 400 gold away from now. But we see the Bounty Hunter rotating in. Will he try and take this kill down? There's not much support around him, and he hides away. Did Enigma hear this? Looks like he did hear the invis. Does Bounty Hunter know that he does? And looks like he feels safe now. Bounty Hunter is going to go in. The Luna is now there. He doesn't have his invis for another 2 seconds. Looks like he's going to be fine, though. He's just going to walk away. The sentry ward here is now gone, so he will be safe there.
My sprites are with
And
us.
something happened to this Templar Assassin here. She is in danger. Looks like she might be able to walk away if she's not careful. Storm Spirit pausing again. Mirana having serious troubles right now. Enchantress, now that she has this urn up, which has 2 charges, to keep her alive, because she will be squishing these fights, and if she doesn't... When nobody uses the internet. Okay, so we're gonna see this Enchantress. She's gonna take damage in the fights inevitably. So she's obviously got this urn to keep her around in the fights, so she can go and keep around. But she does have the heals in terms of the wisps, or the nature's attendants. My bad. They look like little wisps. To heal her also, but it's a small AoE around her, and it doesn't do quite much, so in these team fights she's going to be keeping alive, and she just used Urn on somebody, so obviously that helped out, and we also have the offensive capabilities of an Urn. We also see a double damage rune here in the control. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay, control and click, and we're pinging it out, and the Enigma is getting even closer and closer to this Blink Dagger. Since they disrupted his farm, now they're not doing it much more. They're probably just not worried about it, and that might be a mistake here. He did just pick up his Black Hole, so that's finally him hitting level 6. And this Aluna is looking like she's going to get ganked upon. This Bounty Hunter will have another invis up in 6 seconds. Also here, the Static Vortex is not in range. Yes, it is. And that is going to be another kill, and she pops her ult right as she dies. A big mistake, because now that ult is down for a long time. A really, really long time. If they don't have that ult for another 160 seconds, the question is, will Doom to the Moon take advantage of this? Templar Assassin, bringing in her Blade of Phylactery. She's obviously going to go towards some kind of Manta style or Yasha type thing. And she gets arrowed. A great arrow. And then Clockwork hooking in the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden gonna go down, so a 2-for-2 trade now. Well, technically 2-for-1, and Rubik goes down. Where did Rubik go down? Looking like Rubik was just killed by Mirana and Bounty Hunter. So I did not see that one, because Mirana's in the top lane and Bounty Hunter's in the top lane. I did not see that one, so that was about a 2-for-2 trade. No. Yes, that was a 2-for-2 trade with the gank on bottom, most of which were, 2 of which, possibly 3 of which were track kills. I'm missing a lot of action here. Just so fast-paced these team fights, because we see the Mirana arrow coming out with the Enigma disconnecting and the Clockwork hooking in. Okay, so we see this Luna going the Midas build here, and she...
Not yet.
So, that is the only Midas in this game so far, and at 11 minutes, it's starting to get a bit foolish to even grab a Midas. But it's going to increase her farm by a lot. Such wow. Such Midas. And we see Senpai will also be starting to get... I can't click on Senpai. I can't click on Senpai! Uh-oh. I can't click on any heroes, this is awful. In our base. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego, and it's Enigma, he's dead. That we're just gonna look at the chat here, and you're gonna remember your old jokes, because you guys are the only ones watching this cast. We all know this. Let's look what's on the courier, okay? We can do this if we want to see items. So Enigma, he is level 6. He just got his mech up. I have no idea how much gold he has because of these difficulties. We already talked about the Luna. She has this Midas up. She will be getting gold up. We see a 4 staff already coming in on this Clockwork. This is huge, because in this team fight, now he'll be able to hook in, and he will be able to hook anybody, any tank, and then he can just get the heck out. And nothing will happen to him. He will come out unscathed. And after this, you usually see something along the lines of a chainmail. If you see me taking off my mic, or you hear me taking off my mic, it's because I had to flick my hair because I'm a beautiful, majestic beast. Yeah. I'm supposed to talk right now, and I don't feel like it. Pretty sure I've been doing this for 20 minutes now, and we've only played 10 minutes of game. Possibly 30 minutes. The game's supposed to be over by now, guys. We see wards on Crystal Maiden. Such interesting. So yeah, that's Dota 2. We're selling mayonnaise in the dark moon. I'm so wasted. I'm so wasted. Okay, he got wasted in 5 minutes of a pause, guys. I know what this needs. And upon request,
that you will never understand. So I will gladly take your hand. Will come with me? Will we will go far into the sea? You will take me onto your back. Never look back, never look back, never look back, never look back. Will, come with me, Will. We will go far into the blue. I will take you, listen to me. Then you will see, then you will see. Will, don't worry, Will. Do as you please. I will accept. You'd rather leave. Open my heart, you open your heart. Open your heart.
What's your favourite idea? Mine is being creative.
How do you get that idea?
I just tried to think creatively. Now when you look at this orange, tell me please, what do you see?
It's just a boring old orange.
Maybe to you, but not to me. I see a silly face,
Wow!
walking along and smiling at me.
I don't see what you mean.
'cause you're not thinking creatively. So take a look at my hair.
Cool.
I use my hair to express myself.
That sounds really boring.
I use my hair to express myself. Now, when you stare at the clouds in the sky, don't you find it exciting?
No.
Come on, take another
Oh
look.
wait, I can see a hat. I can see a cat. I can see a man with a baseball bat. I can see a dog. I can see a frog. I can see a ladder leaning on a log.
Think you're getting the hang of it now, using your minds to have a good time.
I might paint a picture of a clown.
Whoa there, friend, you might need to slow down.
Clown.
Whoa there, friend, you might need to slow down. Here's another good tip
Yeah?
of how to be a creative whiz kid. Go and collect some leaves and sticks and arrange them into your favourite colour.
Blue. Green.
Green is not a creative colour. There's one more thing that you need to know before you let your creativity flow. Listen to your heart, listen to the rain, listen to the voices in your brain. Come on guys, let's get creative! Get creative!
And apparently we are back after extensive time with 80s
Dire's
playlists
bottom
and
tower is under attack.
creative YouTube videos. We are going to get back into this. Apparently someone is just going to micro this Enigma.
Dire's top tower is
Apparently
under
his external hard drive died, which is no good. So we see a senpai looking to gank this Luna. Again, this Luna has Midas.
Dire's
But we
middle
also see a
tower
smoked
is
up
under
Crystal
attack.
Maiden and Enchantress. 4 here in the bottom lane. This Rubik does spot them out, but they're going to catch this Rubik out. They've got the double slow. He's going to go down definitely. But the question is, will these return kills come out? We see the Luna. She's going to be dangerous here, but she does not have her ult. Remember, she wasted it when she died 15 hours ago. So she's just going to back out. It's looking really bad, and double kill for the Enchantress. She's going to get fat. This is going to be her treads coming out. It seems like we're in late game right now because I've been sitting here so long waiting for this. But no, I'm just going to have to get back into the hang of this. Wow. It's going to be hard for Sawk puppets to come back from this. Especially now that they're going to just have a lot of trouble. They're on 6 to 9 now. And they're going to have to deal with this, yeah. And deal with this Enigma.
Radiant's
And they're
bottom
just going to start
tower
pushing
is
down
under
these towers.
attack.
Now that they've got this Enchantress Centaur up, it should be really easy. And you can see they're just going to town. But they're going to react,
Structures are fortified.
and he seals a level 4 Shuriken.
Radiant's bottom tower is
The Bounty
under
Hunter
attack.
looking to get these ranged attacks with this Bounty Hunter Shuriken. The tower goes to go down,
Radiant's
but they do not have the
bottom
Centaur
tower
Stomp.
has fallen.
And this Crystal Maiden looks like she's going to go down. Great job here reacting for SP. And Doom to the Moon, they do get 2 kills here, but looking like they're going to get a third here now. And they did react, but it just wasn't enough. They can't really take a fight right now, especially with this Storm Spirit and everything else, especially without this Clockwork to just isolate somebody, especially with this 4 staff that he has up now. And this Mirana, meanwhile, is farming. So there was 2 4-man fights right there, and I'd say that they definitely missed the Clockwork more than the Mirana there. And Sock Puppets is calling GG. They just a bit down from that, and
Dire's middle tower.
looking like they're just gonna go now. Yeah. Looking like they might go for it game 2, but we'll see.